Okay, this seems to be working. Let's hope. Oh my gosh, I hope this works. It's been driving me freaking insane. I hope this is working. If you are watching, please let me know if you can see this, because I have been having non-stop issues with live. So I just want to know that it's actually working this time around. Okay. It looks like it's working. I hope it's working. But yeah, this is so annoying. I'm not sure what's going on. I have to contact YouTube about this because it's insane. It's ridiculous. But yeah, it appears to be working though, thankfully. So I can just kind of get into it. I'm going to see if I can bring this a bit closer. That's better because it's like so far away. Ugh. But yes, it's working. It's working. Thank goodness. I'm sorry the quality isn't as good. I'm having to use my MacBook camera instead of my phone, which is what I usually use on live, because it's not working. It's just constantly like giving me error messages and shit. So I'm having to use the webcam instead. But I hope you're well. Thank you for bearing with me. I will try and get it sorted so I can do it how I usually do it on my phone, and the picture will be clearer. But I hope you're doing well. For those who don't know me, welcome to the channel. This is Damari speaking. I'm a high priestess, spiritual coach, and card reader. You can find more about me in my description section of my channel. All of my social media links can be found there as well. So I hope everyone's doing well out there. If you are watching, drop a message in the chat so I know that all is working on your side. You can hear me clearly, you can see me clearly. So I want to make sure you get these messages. Yeah, because it's time to heal. Yes, I mean, we have some very important energies coming up this week. As you know, I'm doing a full moon eclipse in Sagittarius reading for the collective. So we have some huge changes coming up. That heralds, yeah, I would say especially karmically. That's why I try to give you some information ahead of time with regards to the shadow work reading that I did. If you haven't seen that, I highly recommend watching that after this live. Because, yeah, that goes into what kind of energies are playing out and what you need to be aware of so you don't fall into certain pitfalls. But this reading is going to focus on what's coming up with regards to this full moon transit. It is an eclipse. It's going to be highly significant, fast changes, sudden changes coming in, huge shift in energy. It does mean confronting things that perhaps we've been wanting to avoid. It also does mean that certain things from our past, especially with Mercury retrograde coming into effect very soon as well, that there's going to be a lot of things surfacing from our past that we are forced to address here and now. So that's why I really want to take a close look at this and see what is likely to come up for each element. Okay. So I'm going to be using the Tarot de la Nuit tarot deck. I'll also be using the Moonology, which is a classic staple for me with my lunar readings these days, and of course the Angelarium deck as well. So I'm just gonna have a swig of my drink and we'll get into it. Okay. But yes, I hope you're all doing well and have not been experiencing as much technical issues as I have. Oh gosh. But you know, things will balance out. It'll be fine. Just got to get through the, retrograde transit and all will be well. Okay. Yeah. So, seeing as it is a full moon eclipse in Sagittarius, I'm going to start by doing the fire signs. Okay. So this is going to be for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. You can watch from your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. I highly recommend watching from your moon and Venus, okay? If you don't know your natal chart, you can find that out by going to the link in the description below. There you'll be able to calculate your natal chart, all right? So for fire signs, what is it that is coming up with this full moon eclipse transit? What is it that they need to be aware of? All right. So we have disseminating moon, take a breath out, okay? Time to take a breath out. We also have your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus, okay? And you have waning moon, what do you need to release, okay? So there's something you're still hanging on to, fire signs. And now is the perfect opportunity to let it go. Things from your past, things that no longer serve. Maybe it is a dream that you are thinking of giving up on. However, you're being encouraged to not give up on the dream, but to create a solid plan. Come up with some ideas on how you can execute it. If something didn't work in the past, try a different approach, okay? Doesn't mean you have to necessarily give up on a dream. Maybe you have to change direction, course, how you approach achieving that dream, okay? Maybe you need to take a different path, a less conventional path. Maybe you need some assistance with getting the groundwork covered, right? But it may even be that your own lack of beliefs is what's holding you back, and that's what you need to release. Okay, you may have a lot of fears when it comes to the accomplishment of a dream or bringing something back together. So you're being asked to release something around that, something that you want to achieve, accomplish, obtain, because it's holding you back. I feel like a lot of it has to do with anxiety, stress, fears, not being successful, not obtaining what it is you're seeking, not being able to maintain possibly a vision, a dream. Maybe you're afraid that a dream that you once put a lot of time, attention, and focus into isn't in alignment with who you are now and where you're headed. But if so, that's not a problem. All you have to do is sit back and reflect on what is it that you want now? What really lights you up inside now? What is resonant with you at this moment in time? It's okay to change paths. I've changed paths probably about 4 or 5 times in my life now. And who knows, I might do something else in the future. But does that mean that I should give up or I should just stick to doing something that no longer gives me joy? No. Okay, like your life is your own. What path you take is entirely up to you. It's not for anyone else to dictate that. So maybe that's something else you need to look at as well. If anyone else's opinions is getting in the way of you being able to plan and exercise and execute a vision that you have, making a dream a reality. But before you get too deep into that, take a deep breath, okay? Take a moment to just reflect on where you've been, where you are, where you want to head to. Just get into that space of calm, of tranquility, slowing it right down so you can start seeing clearly again, rather than being overwhelmed with all of these questions and thoughts and opinions and, ideas, right? Just being able to bring it back to center and be like, okay, I am calm. I'm in a sense of peace. What feels right to me in this moment? That's what you need to ask yourself, fire signs, okay? What feels right to me in this given moment? Okay, so let's see what the Angelarium has for you, what the angels want to communicate. Oh, I'm not surprised this one came out. Azrael, angel of death. He's all about transformation. He's all about massive changes, something ending so something new can begin. Okay, it's like the writing on the wall, essentially. Yeah. So this is significant. Something is coming to an end here, and it's going to give you the space to breathe, to release what needs to be released, and then focus on what needs to be created. So it's like there's never just destruction for the sake of destruction. Destruction can also make way for birth, okay, for something to be created, formed, birthed into the universe. So I feel like that's what this energy is for you. It's about making space, making space for something new to be created in your life. So something has to end for something else to begin. Okay, that's what I'm getting with Azrael's energy. And it comes in very, very decisively. Azrael's energy is no joke. It's a case of cutting it dead, something out completely. So something is coming to a finite end for something new to begin here. So you're being asked to release something. Oh my God, didn't I tell you this is all karmic, right? Guevara, left hand, judgment. Okay? This is divinely orchestrated. It is the divine's will for something to end in your life so something new can begin. Karmic cycles are being cleared out. And as I say, it doesn't wait for anyone. The divine waits for no one. And especially at a time such as this, it's coming in fast. So the more you're just accepting and allowing of things that no longer serve you to just fall away, to be cut out of your existence, the smoother the transition will be for you, fire signs. When you start putting up resistance, that's when you make it challenging and painful for yourself needlessly. Yeah. Chesed is under the deck, as it says, right hand, empathy. So the best thing you can do is balance that energy out by just surrendering, letting go, meditating, contemplating, getting into the energetic flow of the universe, and just being gentle with yourself, because it is a big change that's coming up for you. And it does mean possibly a sacrifice here as well. Letting go of something that no longer serves you, that perhaps you've been holding on to for so long. And just being really gentle with yourself while you come to terms with the loss of something that you once held close to you, and understanding that it is in your highest good, because something else is about to enter your life that's going to surpass your own expectations. Okay. So let's just pull some quick tarot messages on top of that. Is there anything else that fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius needs to know with regards to this? Anything else they need to know? Oh my gosh, it's so hot in here. I might have to get the aircon on because, yes, Greek summer is coming. If I can do it without knocking everything over. Yeah, because it's really hot, especially the lights. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so I have a few cards here. We have the Seven of Pentacles, okay? That in this deck screams of a dream, a vision, okay, that you have put hard work into, time, energy, you've sacrificed for, okay? Full new beginning, a new opportunity here. So you may have to surrender something of your past that was once a long-held vision, a dream, something you worked very hard for in order to have this new beginning in a new direction with something that's going to have longevity, something that is going to be more successful. Because bearing in mind here as well, what you're not aware of with the Moon card, Cancer, Pisces energy, you also have Aries there, as I said, with the Fool. What you're not aware of is that you have the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles together. They came out together. This does not happen every day, people, okay? Like, this came out together, the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. This is everything you could ever hope for. But sharing that wealth, that abundance, that bliss with others. So if you can make this necessary change, allow what doesn't serve you to just be cut away from your life, make the sacrifice and let go of a past vision and dream in order to pursue something new, you will get the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. That's what you're not aware of, because right now, the path is unknown to you. This is just the beginning with the Fool, okay? Embarking on something that is completely unknown. The path isn't clear. It's not lit up like it is with the sun. But if you listen to your intuition, if you listen to your guides, if you listen to what your heart tells you, you know which is the right direction. And that is taking the less traversed path. That means starting something entirely new here, but it will lead to an incredible amount of abundance and fulfillment, fire signs. So it's definitely worth taking the path less traveled, is what I would say. So I hope that helps. What an amazing reading. Wow. Very strong to kick it off with, but in a very positive and profound way. So, fire signs. So now we're going to go over to, who are we going to go over to? Who should I do next? All right, we'll do air signs. Seeing as we're in Gemini season now, we'll go over to air signs. Okay. So this will be for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Though, as I said, I recommend watching from your Moon and Venus placements. Okay. But let's see, air signs. What is it that they need to know over this full moon eclipse full moon eclipse transit? Oh my gosh. Mercury retrograde. I'm telling you, it kicks my ass every time, even when it's not quite starting its pre-shadow phase. It always kicks my butt. Oh my gosh. Anyway, full moon eclipse. What is it that they need to know? Hi, Jocelyn. So good to see you. Yes, you timed that well, girl. Like, it's so nice to see you on here. Whoa. And I'm so glad that this is working. Oh my gosh, I had so many issues with the setup. But anyway, we are here. We are functioning. All right. So air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. What is it that they need to know? Ooh, if I can get the card. Perfect. Oh, we have one flicked out. Oh, okay. I knew these readings were going to be good. Okay. Just one, please. One more. Whoa. Okay, fine. I'll take them both. You're being greedy, air signs, but I love you anyway, so I'll give it to you. All 4 cards, okay? So, South Node is the first one. Don't let your past hold you back. And as we know, the past is very much coming back in full force for us to revise where we've been and where we're headed. But that doesn't mean we should then see it as a sign from the universe to fall back into cycles that no longer serve us, to fall back into patterns of behavior, thoughts, right? Circumstances, connections that are not resonant and that do not serve us in terms of where we are now and where we're headed, that are not aligned with our spirit. Because you are evolving, and what people don't talk about so often either is that you're not just evolving consciously, your spirit is in a constant state of evolution as well, right? So it doesn't serve you or your spirit to resort back to things that you've already surpassed, that you've already transcended, right? So it's important that you don't let past circumstances or connections or old identities stop you from moving forward, because it's only coming back for you to realize just how far you've come and what you truly want and what you don't want, okay? So the next card is North Node. Can you believe it? So following the South Node, you have North Node, right? Step out of your comfort zone. That's exactly what you need to do, air signs, right? You're being asked to be bold, okay? Be bold. Use this energy to your advantage. I know we have Saturn going into Aquarius, I believe, right? So this is it. I know that people say it's already in Aquarius, but it depends on what, if you're following Western or sidereal. But it doesn't really matter. Regardless, the point is big changes are here, okay? And you guys, generally, you can kind of go with the tide quite easily, okay? More so than, say, earth signs, put it that way, right? So this is an opportunity for you to get very inventive, to reinvent yourself, get creative with what you want to align to, who you want to be, how you want to express yourself, what expression do you want to have in the world, right? So I feel like your identity is going to be very much at the forefront at this time, because I feel like, honestly, air signs, you are reinventing yourself. So now is a good time for you to just reflect on the aspects of self that you still feel like really are resonant and a part of your being, and the parts of you that you feel like have served their purpose but are no longer in alignment with your higher self, okay? So that's what I'm getting here so far. And to dare to do things differently, right? And like it says here, with new moon in Leo, confidence is your key to success. Okay, confidence is your key to success. You could have Leo in your chart, possibly, right? But regardless, this is about just being bold in your convictions, being daring, as I said, not apologizing for being who you are now, because people are going to see this glow up, this change that you're going through, and they won't be able to put two and two together. They're like, but you weren't like that just a while ago, a month ago, a week ago, a year ago. And you're like, yeah, no, I've evolved. Hi. It's literally that. And it's like, yes, you have evolved. You are constantly in a state of evolution. So why should you be the same person that you once were? You're not. You've changed dramatically. And I feel like you owning who you are now, you just being in this power of being unapologetically you, and really just going after what makes sense to you, what really does light you up inside, that really adds to your confidence, to your self-belief. That's going to help you to overcome any situation that may arise over this time period, right? And propel you towards the new as well. And then you have new moon in Capricorn. Your hard work is paying off. So you see, all of this inner work that you've done, everything that you've poured back into self, where perhaps in the past you would be so outward facing and focused on everything and everyone else. Well, you took a moment to step back and pour that energy back into yourself to reinvent the wheel, okay? But in a way that it brings huge changes into your life. It also creates like a ripple effect to those who are still connected with you. So they pick up on this frequency and they're like, oh, it's possible to do things differently. Things doesn't have to be so boxed in and conventional and limiting. Actually, there is always a different way to approach things. So you will be surprised just how much of an impact that can have, not only in your own life, but in the lives of others, those around you. And I feel like you're going to see results. I'm telling you, you will see results to your hard work here, air signs. This is awesome. So let's see what the angels have for you. Well, nice. You see, yeah, so much karmic energy coming in, right? Because you've been doing the work, so you're not going to get burned, right? For those of you who have been, of course, but if you're watching this, there's a good chance you have been doing the work. So the first cutout is Uriel, Angel of Flame. So this is one of the archangels, the key 4 archangels, okay? Uriel's intense. He's very fiery. He's very passionate, but he's also a gatekeeper, right? He very much is concerned with wrath, repentance, and retribution, right? He does not take things lightly. So if you've been paying your karmic dues, if you've been doing the inner work, holding yourself accountable, and going through this rebirth energy, I feel like Uriel is actually going to bless you, okay? He's not going to burn your ass. He's going to bless you because you've been doing what you've been needing to do. It's what we've all been needing to do, right? So I feel like what he's going to do is bless you with the passion, with the desire, with a boosted confidence, something, some kind of blessing, divine blessing that's going to add to your confidence, that's going to make you feel even more capable of rising to the occasion. Something that's going to make you feel like, yes, this is the new path. This is where I need to head, right? This is leading me towards my true north. So this is where I need to go, right? Little signs and confirmations of that. So that's awesome. And then you also have, again, Guevara. This came up for the fire signs, okay? Judgment. So this would be almost like, Archangel Michael side by side with Guevara, bringing in divine judgment, okay? And this is it. Karmic balance being restored. You've done the work. You're making the necessary changes. You're aligning yourself to what serves you, leaving what doesn't. And again, the divine will acknowledge it, but will also respond in like. So if you've been doing that work, right, then you are going to be on the nice side of the karmic wheel. You're going to be blessed as opposed to being dealt, the full weight of your karmic debt, right? So that's what I feel like here. So depending on whether you've been so engulfed by your past or if you have been doing the work and focused on your future, it's going to either bless you or it's going to give you a harsh wake-up call, right? So it can go either way, but I honestly feel that the majority of you that will see this have been doing the work. So you're going to get a really beautiful blessing that's just going to fill you with even more confidence. That's going to show you that yes, you're on the right path. Well done. Keep going. You know, it's like that. It's really, really cool. It's something that's going to really get you fired up and just like, yes, okay, I know I can do it. I know I can do this. You know, it's that kind of energy. I love that. I mean, you can hear how excited I probably am. I mean, it's that kind of energy. It's really cool. Okay, so let's see what comes up in the tarot. All right. So you have Temperance, Sagittarius energy. Yes. Finding that beautiful, peaceful bliss within, doing the inner work, doing the soul alchemy, okay? Freeing yourself up energetically from those painful things from your past, from having to do the work, holding yourself accountable, doing the shadow work, okay? Healing, finding that beautiful balance between your ego and your higher self, okay? Coming into union to restore balance, peace, tranquility, harmony in your life. Beautiful. Knight of Swords, air energy, okay? Your energy. So I feel like air signs, you are cutting out what doesn't serve you. You are, I see you, literally, I just had this quick vision of this, of you untying yourself from certain ribbons that tie you to situations and connections, right? And also just kind of like, there you go. It's like that kind of energy. That's what I saw. You untying like these ribbons, these strings that lead back to elements of your past and just being like, I'm good, bye. You know, it's that kind of energy. And then I'm getting with the Six of Cups, yeah, nostalgia, just reflecting, looking back on your past, like, wow, I cannot believe how different my life is from 5 years ago, 10 years ago, maybe even 15 years ago. I cannot believe even the change from this year to last year and the year before that. Like you'll reflect on it, but not with this pining of wanting to go back, but with this knowing that you are on the right track. So this is awesome. And then you have the Queen of Pentacles, that's Capricorn energy. So this is it, you knowing your worth, knowing that you are deserving of these powerful changes, that you are deserving of this evolution that you're on, this journey towards spiritual evolution, right? Because that's essentially what you've been setting out to do, whether you realize it consciously or not. That's been a big part of your life path here. You know, it's seeking to evolve, right? And that's what I feel like you're doing, and you're realizing your worth now. And not only that, you see how she's holding a key? It's like you've realized that you had the key to your abundance, to your truth, to the very thing that you're seeking most all along. You just had to recognize it within. Okay, so you're realizing that the key to your happiness, success, abundance, bliss, truth, soul mission was within you the whole time. Amazing. I really like this for you, air signs. So this is awesome. Let me know if this resonates for you as well, because this is a really cool reading. So I think this is going to serve you guys very well. Might be a bit intense, but it will serve you very well. Awesome. Okay. So I'm going to have another swig of my drink, and then I'll get into the next element, which probably will be earth signs, I think. So I'm just going to read. Oh, yeah, if you're watching, say hi, because I do read the comments. I take breaks here and there so I can catch up with what you're saying. It's good to see you too. You look well, and the makeup look. Oh, thank you. Yeah, with my makeup, it was like I started off kind of doing it, you know, subtle, and then it just got more and more. And then I was just like, okay, well, this is obviously the vibe today, extra. So we'll just be extra then. It just works out that way sometimes. Oh, thank you. I'm glad that it resonated. Because yeah, this is it. These are big changes, right? So sometimes you just need those little confirmations that you're on the right track. So I'm glad that I could do that for you. After all, that's why I'm here, to bring those insights. Okay, I'm looking over here. I have my phone right here, so I could just check the messages here. But anyway, so the joys of having terrible eyesight. Yes, but we've just done air signs and fire signs before that. Now we're going to go over to earth signs, okay? So this will be for Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, the earth babies out there. Oh, so much love, Jocelyn. Thank you so much for checking this out. Do check your moon and rising signs. Not moon and rising, moon and Venus signs, people, okay? But you can watch from your sun and rising as well if you wish to do so, okay? So what's coming up with this full moon eclipse transit for not air signs, oh my gosh, earth signs for the full moon eclipse? Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, please. Okay, 2 cards, fine. So, oh, I love that that's what came out, okay. Earth babies, so you have full moon, surrender to the divine. You can't make it up, right? Surrender to the divine. And you have full moon in Sagittarius. Look at the bigger picture, okay? We have a full moon in Sagittarius, and you have full moon and full moon in Sagittarius as your first cards. That's awesome. This is a big one for you guys, I'm telling you, right? There is monumental changes taking place in your life, earth signs. You don't even realize it. There is something, there is a rule. Okay, but let me just slow it down. Just calm yourself, okay? I'm getting a lot of messages. There was a wish that you made some time ago, earth signs. Like you made it a while ago, okay? And because of the way things played out since then, you thought that the divine essentially ignored this, that didn't grant you this wish fulfillment. That's not the case at all. Ever since you put that out into the ether and you really willed it into being, the universe, the divine, have been working behind the scenes to line it up. And for that to happen, a lot of things had to be shifted out of your environment. I mean, a lot of things had to break down. A lot of things had to be sidelined, okay, for this to come in. And I feel like now you're going to see signs of it. Now you're going to see like, oh, so that's leading to this. Like there will be some indication that that's taking place for you, okay? So you are being encouraged, rather than stressing over whether or not this manifestation will come into being, you're being asked to surrender to the divine, okay? Because it's coming. It's been in the works for some time. You just didn't know it. Maybe you thought you had it in the past and then it didn't come together and you thought, oh, well, obviously this wasn't right, or I didn't wish for it right, or, you know, something went wrong, or I wasn't meant to have it. No, it didn't come in the form you necessarily expected or in the timing you expected it, but it is coming. So you're being encouraged to just surrender it to the divine, because it is going to come in, okay? It is coming in. It's just there's some things that need to happen first before that can take place. And as it shows here, right, mutable moon, nothing is set in stone. So if you've been feeling like, but I don't know what else I'm supposed to do, I've been doing this, doing that, nothing has really worked when it comes to bringing this into fruition. And you may feel like giving up, but you're encouraged not to do so. Not to give up, but surrender it to the divine. Because as I said, there's some things that need to take place in order for it to manifest. So even if you feel like a situation is hopeless, know that nothing is set in stone. Things are in a state of constant flux. Energies are constantly mutating, okay? So nothing is guaranteed in this life, even what you perceive to be your failures or something not coming to fruition, right? Something is changing here. So that's why you're being asked by the divine over this full moon transit to look at the bigger picture. because you're not seeing what is coming towards you, okay? There's something really important that you need to be aware of. And I feel like your guides are trying to give you those signs, possibly through numerology, maybe through, I don't know, little symbols or certain animals or certain pictures. It could be just about anything, but I feel like the divine have been trying to show you that it's all right. It's coming. Just surrender this over to us, because it's been in the works for a long time, okay? And then we lastly have here from the Moonology deck, full moon in Cancer, a personal issue reaches resolution. So you see, something that you didn't think was working, something you didn't think would come together, something that you felt like was beyond your reach or could not be resolved, could not be healed, could not be transformed, is being dealt with, okay, is going to be resolved one way or another. So I feel like whatever this is, it's something clearly very close to your heart, something you really wanted. It was something very significant to you. And you almost felt like giving up, but the divine's like, no, that's not the answer. Do not give up. Hand it over to us, okay? We're dealing with it now. So I feel like earth signs, you've got some amazing blessings coming your way. I feel like the karmic scales are being balanced out in your favor, for those of you who I'm picking up on. So where you felt like you've had the short end of the straw for some time, especially Virgos, and I would say Virgos and Capricorns, you've really been feeling that lately. Tauruses, you were feeling that more at the start of the year, I feel. But yeah, that's changing, okay? It is changing, guys. So let's see what the angels have. Okay. Ooh, nice. Perfect. So we have Duma, angel of dreams. Yes. Do not give up on your dreams, Earth babies, because you have something incredible coming to fruition. Something, like I said, that you wished for a long time ago. You could have done it in the dream state. You could have done it consciously. You could have sat there and literally done a manifestation with ritual around it. I don't know. But regardless, it's something that you wanted, that you held close to your heart all this time, and it will come to fruition. So you're being asked to believe, to surrender it, to have faith, to have trust, and look at the bigger picture. That's like the key message here. Look at the bigger picture, okay? So if it didn't come in the form that you expected, that doesn't mean it's not on its way to you. It certainly is, and you're going to see that, okay? After this full moon transit, you're going to get very clear, signs that you cannot possibly ignore, that it's on its way to you, okay? And you have Faniel, angel of truth, holding that torch of truth, okay? Divine knowledge, divine truth, okay? That this was something that you were destined to have, okay? That's what you don't realize, because you didn't see it. You thought, oh, maybe I'm not deserving, or maybe I'm not meant to have it, or maybe it's never going to come to pass. No, it is written. You were destined for this to take place, for you to have this, obtain this vision, this dream, this blessing, whatever it was. It is a part of your destiny. It is written, okay? So it's important that you go within, take a time out, right? Take a moment to just take a pause, put everything else on hold for a minute, and just check in with yourself. What does your spirit tell you? What is it that you value most right now? What is it that you've wanted more than anything? And what do you feel intuitively with regards to that? Can you feel the vibration of that very thing? When you really focus on it, when you visualize it in your mind's eye very clearly, can you feel its vibration? If you do, then that's a clear sign that it's coming in. But you have to hold the vibration, hold the vision as well. This is amazing. Okay, so let's see what the tarot message is for you. See what else we can find out. Is there anything else Earth signs need to know with regards to this? Wow. I love it. I'm sorry, but this is amazing. I knew these readings were going to be potent. Eclipse season, there always are, like, Anyway, So you have Judgment, Sagittarius energy, strong Sag coming up here. I'm telling you, this full moon transit, you're going to see it. Judgment, okay? With the 6 of Wands. That is victory, okay? Fire. That is success. That is overcoming the odds. That is achieving the goal. This is reaching the destination. This is coming back victorious from a long, hard, like a hard-won battle, essentially, right? And from coming all of this way, by keeping the momentum, by keeping the vision strong in your mind's eye, by pursuing the dream, and if you continue to have belief in it as well, you will get to your destination, okay? You will see the portal opening up, because remember, we're at a point where we are all manifesting portals all over the place towards the new timeline. So with that comes brand new possibilities, okay? Opportunities to create more abundance, more peace, more harmony, more unconditional love across the planet, okay? And I feel like what you don't realize is that there is a portal opening up to you, Earth signs, that's going to take you exactly where you want it to be. Amazing. What do we have next? Okay, King of Pentacles. That is Taurus, right? Taurus energy. But regardless, this is you, Earth signs, okay, in your divine masculine. Doesn't matter your gender, okay, or whether you're Taurus. This is you in your divine masculine. This is you achieving next level abundance. This is you creating stability, happiness, okay? Not only abundance for yourself, but sharing that abundance, okay? This is someone who is very generous. This is someone who's very open, very giving, very nurturing. Someone who's very loyal, dependable, grounded, okay? This is the embodiment of the energy you're going into. This is who you're becoming. So even if you feel like you're lacking in any area, Earth signs, trust me, you won't be for long. But you need to hold the vision and believe, okay? Because it is coming, I'm telling you. Because this is the only bit that can kind of throw you off center. 2 of Pentacles, you know, going between believing and not believing, being unsure, okay? Feeling like, oh, time is running out, I don't know what to do. This is you being at the crossroads, on the precipice between an old timeline and a new one. You see how this window is glowing, okay? This is what you're being called to. The new timeline, okay? Your new life cycle. The portal is opening. Leave all of the darkness behind from your past life, okay? It's going to only serve you in that you've gained wisdom from it. You've gained knowledge. You've gained understanding, okay? You've gained perspective. But other than that, leave that behind you, okay? Because it's not going to serve you beyond that. So Earth signs, this is incredible. I love it, okay? These readings, oh my gosh. I love the energy that's coming through. So stay optimistic, okay? Stay positive. Keep believing. Keep looking at the bigger picture. Surrender it to the divine. It's coming. Full moon energy is blasting in your face right now. So keep believing because it's coming. Okay. And I'm sorry if I seem really excitable more than usual, but this is the energy. It's really potent, but like really powerful in the most like positive way, like really life-changing. Okay. So yeah, I'm just going to read the messages before I carry on and, you know, stay in my giddy state, but yeah. Okay. Hi, Justin. So it really seems the publisher just contacted me, having heard about a manuscript many years ago, but so far not been able to sell. Seems he wants to buy it. Awesome. Glad to hear that. You see how the signs are coming up already. So I'm telling you, there's some powerful changes coming in. Awesome. All right. So we are on to, last but not least, our water signs. So this will be for, I almost said Cancer and Pisces at the same time, so it came out Pisces. Anyway, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, okay? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, but I do, as I said, recommend watching from your Moon and Venus, okay?
So let's see. So what's coming up for water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, in terms of this new moon full moon eclipse. Ooh. This full moon transit. All right. So very similar energies coming up for you, Cancer. I feel like this is like an amalgamation of some past messages, but there is some clear differences here. So you have the end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn, right? And that is Cancer's opposing sign. But regardless, I feel like this is saying, yes, you guys have been working very, very hard, okay? Very hard into overcoming certain challenges in your life. And I feel like water signs, you may feel like you've been on the hamster wheel for some time in regards to maybe your work, your home life, your relationships, whatever it is, right? And you're like working and chipping at it and working at it. And you feel like, is this going anywhere? Am I going to see the end inside? Is the end inside? Will I reach the end? Yes, the cycle is about to end. Okay. It's been a long one. It's been very lengthy. It's been tiresome. I know, but it is fast approaching now. The end is in sight. Okay. So rather than working yourself even harder, you're being encouraged to take a step back, okay? Just recuperate, recharge, take a breath out, okay? It's time to take a breath out, disseminating moon. It's important, right? You can't just have your foot on the gas the whole time and not risk burnout. So you need to take some time out for yourself to rest, rejuvenate, okay? Have that balanced sort of flow between resting and working, between, you know, asserting yourself and allowing things to come towards you. Because I feel like you've been in this mode of feeling like you need to be like constantly in go mode, right? But no, you're being asked to allow things to also come your way as well. So finding that balance, okay, between giving and receiving. Next, you have void of course moon. Nothing will come out of this situation. Okay, so if there's something that you're still hanging on to, right, from your past, if there's something that you've been working through, healing through, if there's something where you feel like every time you try to fix it, you come to a dead end, right? No matter what direction you go in, you're not meant to continue with this. It's time to release it, okay? This is not something I'm saying where you feel like it's been difficult. No, that's a different thing. This is a situation. This is probably something very specific for you guys, okay? Where you've been constantly trying, and no matter what approach you take, it's like you're constantly hitting dead ends and there's no growth, there's no progress, there's nothing, okay? You need to let that situation go. And you'll know what this is. You'll know exactly what that is if that applies to you. Because there was never going to be growth in that situation, okay? So that's why there's, again, a need to take some time out to reflect, to assess, to look at the situation objectively and be like, okay, deep down, I know this is not going anywhere, so I need to just stop trying, okay? And then next you have full moon in Leo, don't let your pride get in the way. Okay, so that could be it as well, because I know especially for Cancerians, but I think this applies for all water signs to some degree, that when someone is emotionally invested, when a water sign is emotionally invested into something, you will work at it and do everything possible to try and make it successful no matter what, even to your own detriment sometimes. But you're being encouraged on this occasion not to, right? Because you may want to save face because, you know, you were so proud of this one, so you were so happy about it, or you put so much work into it. But it's like, it doesn't matter if it's not serving you, if there's no growth, if it's not leading to anything, if you're constantly meeting a brick wall every time you try, it's time to just let it go. Because there's other things in your life that is going to flourish. There's other things in your life that's about to pay off. So if you let whatever go that is really not going anywhere, that is only holding you back, it just frees up more room. It just creates more space for you to breathe. It creates a flow in your life. So new blessings can come in new forms. But while something stagnant is taking up room, is preoccupying a space,
that it doesn't belong in, then there's stagnancy. You create like a disruption in the flow. So you can't get new blessings, right? Do you understand what I mean? Like it creates friction. So that's why there's a need for this to just be dropped off, essentially, whatever that is, okay? So definitely something to think about, water signs. But otherwise, I feel like things are going to shift in a very positive direction, but it does require you letting go of whatever this is, okay? So that's something I feel like you'll have to kind of come to terms with over this transit, okay? But let's go into your angel messages and see what else we can find for you here. And of course, it goes across the room. Let me just quickly grab the card. Wow, okay. I love how there's certain energies that are repeating itself, but it's coming through with, well, say similar cards coming up, but different energy, different messages. Why? Just why? Okay. So first card is Uriel again, right? Angel of Flame. You have to release something karmic, water signs. Something where there's no growth, it's just stagnant, it's a situation that's dead and done. You have to let go of it, because if you don't, it's going to burn you as well, okay? When Uriel's energy comes in to burn that thing away, if your hand is still on that thing, gripping it, guess what's gonna happen to it? You're gonna get burnt as well. So you need to let it go, okay? That's basically the message here. Uriel doesn't want to punish you, doesn't want to get you caught in the crossfire, but you do have to make sure you don't stand in the way of that, right? Let it go. And then with Juma, Angel of Dreams, right? So you see how certain cards have been coming up again. With Angel of Dreams, it's telling you, listen, don't worry about what doesn't serve. Just let that go. You focus on what you truly want. Because best believe what you're seeking is seeking you out. It is, whether you realize it or not. And I feel like in the dream state, you've been doing a lot of processing, a lot of healing. I feel like you've been getting certain signs that certain things from your past is coming up to the surface to be burnt away, okay? To be freed from your energy once and for all. So it's important that when those energies come up, especially if certain people come back from your past, that you don't mistake it as, oh, this means I need to go back to it. No, it's coming back for that energetic bond to be severed, okay? For the scales to be weighed out, for the balance to come back in between burning away what has been sucking away at your inspiration, your energy, your abundance, and refueling you in those capacities so that you can really bring those manifestations into fruition, okay? Creating karmic balance in the situation. Amazing, because even if you look at these energies, look how different they are, all right? There's balance in all things. So allow the destruction and dismantling to take place so that your manifestations can come in, all right? And that's exactly what this energy is all about with this full moon transit. It is exactly that. Okay. So let's see what you need to know from the tarot. It also means as well, letting go of your fears that may be triggered at this time as well. Just observe them from an objective point of view and don't give so much power to it. Okay, that's crazy. Let me just go again, because I want to make sure that that wasn't, because there was like the exact same card. So I want to make sure you get the right shuffle. And I didn't like the way they just fell out like that. Okay, perfect. So interesting. So you have the King of Pentacles, it's Earth energy, Taurus. So yeah, I feel like there's a lot of stability being created
in your life at this time, water signs, okay? Stability is coming in for you. So like I said, even if there's an area of your life that feels really rocky right now, it won't be. But I feel like some aspect of your life needs to crumble away so something stable can come in. It may come in the form of a connection, a partnership, a relationship, maybe a family dynamic is going to be healed, right? But either way, I feel like something new can happen as well. Something can be restored or something new could come in. That's going to create a lot of stability and longevity, a lot of abundance in your life. You have the World card. So this is confirmation that your past cycle is completing. You remember with this card here, the end of a tough cycle approaches, right? So this is further confirmation of that with the World card. You know, this cycle is closing out now and a new one is opening up. It's going to lead to a lot of stability and security and abundance, okay? A lot of happiness, I feel, as well in the long run. You have the Ace of Wands, fire energy, right? So a new beginning. This is something being birthed into your reality, you know, potential being ignited, inspiration, something that you may even get a download of. You may be inspired to do something, to create something, possibly even with someone, maybe an earth sign, okay? That's going to create a lot of stability and abundance in your life. Something that's very much aligned to your passions, your wishes, okay? Something that's going to unlock your heart. So this could be a new relationship for some of you as well. And we have the Emperor, so that's Aries energy. Some of you could be dealing with an Aries, a Taurus, or an Aries-Taurus cuspa. But regardless, I feel like this is about the divine masculine getting these downloads, getting these powerful realizations, okay? And taking action. Taking decisive action towards building a life of your dreams, okay? So this is what I see you doing. Coming out of this difficult, heavy cycle, realizing what serves you, what doesn't, freeing up space so that something new can come in, where you can create this stable foundation, a lot of abundance, a lot of security for yourself, something that brings you a lot of passion, happiness, that allows you to create the life of your dreams. And then I feel that you are going to create an insane amount of success for yourself, okay? This could be a business, right? The Emperor is a very entrepreneurial energy. This could be a business. You may even be going into a business partnership. This could be a relationship that's going to lead to a lot of stability and success and abundance, okay? So take it however it resonates for you. But I see this being a game changer, right? This new cycle that's opening up for you, it's going to change things significantly in your life, water signs. So the question is, are you ready for it? And are you ready to let go of whatever the hell this is, right? So that's something you'll need to reflect on. Take some time out, reflect on that over this full moon transit. Amazing. So, ta-da! That's all the signs. We got through everyone. My gosh, I'm so happy because like I said, every time I try to do a live at the moment, it's just been sabotaged. So I think it's just when I try to do it on my phone as well, it doesn't work. So I'll have to contact YouTube about that. But at least this time I could do it on my laptop, whereas when I try to do the shadow work messages, I couldn't do it on anything. So that was very telling for me. But anyway, so yeah, I hope you use these messages to your benefit. I know obviously this is not going to necessarily resonate with everyone's circumstances, but if you're watching this, the chances are it will on some level. And as I say, the situation is going to vary from person to person. You can watch from your moon, sun, rising, Venus, whatever you feel most comfortable with. But the important thing is that you use it in a transformative way. You use these energies while they can be intense, while they can be imposing, and it can be even overwhelming, that you understand that it's to basically just remove anything that just creates stagnancy or that is a hindrance or that is negative, and replace it with renewal, with something that can grow, something that can flourish.
right? At least create the space for that, right? So that's essentially what we're witnessing. A lot of truths will be shown at this time as well. There's always this element of truth being up front and center when we have an eclipse. So I wouldn't be surprised if you get some very powerful downloads or some significant truths come out that perhaps you did not anticipate. But either way, I feel like it is going to serve the collective very, very well. And it really does tie into the shadow work reading. So as I said, if you haven't seen it, or even if you saw it, but you don't really remember the messages, go check out the emergency shadow work reading again, because it's so relevant to this energy, okay? It explains a lot of what's happening in the collective and what's being brought into view so that we don't sabotage ourselves, right? And create unnecessary karma, right? Negative karma. All right. So yeah, that's essentially it. I just wanted to say quickly as well that, there's certain things that I would like to discuss in more detail, but I'm not able to on YouTube. I know a lot of you guys love the shadow work stuff and you like it when I go more into like the deep and profound messages or stuff to do with spirituality, with love, sex, and relationships, with the interpersonal relationships, family dynamics, things like that, deep healing. I can't really go into certain aspects too much on YouTube because you do get your channel flagged if you talk about certain things, or, if it's too like explicit in any way, some of the content. I mean, the guidelines shift all the time. So to know what's really acceptable and what isn't is just a nightmare. So that's why I'm always trying to keep it fairly PC, even though my readings are not for under 18s, obviously. But if you do want to dig deeper, if you want to get some really powerful messages where I can just like say it unfiltered, with tarot readings, obviously extended readings as well. I'll be doing live discussions where I can just be completely transparent about certain things. You'll also get some rare glimpses into some of my practices and what I do for healing trauma and things of that nature, and just my general day-to-day life. I recommend checking out my link for OnlyFans. I have that. I'm going to put that on here. I don't think I've put it on here yet, but I'll give you the link for OnlyFans. It's worth checking it out. There's not going to be any adult content on there, so if you're wondering that, no. But it is going to discuss some themes that isn't suitable, obviously, for under 18s. My readings are not for under 18s. So do check that out. And the great thing with that is that you can follow for free. So you only purchase the content that you actually want, right? Or what you feel would be beneficial for you. I thought that would be the best way to do it, rather than a subscription, so you can pick and choose what content you want to buy and what you feel will benefit you in that time. So do check it out. I will put the link up so you can take a look and follow me there. But it's essentially just onlyfans.com/DamariVisits. So yeah, do check it out. Do follow me over there. And yeah, content will be going up from tomorrow. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this stream. I know energetically I was just like, blah, and throwing messages everywhere because there was so much coming through, and I tried to condense it so the stream isn't too long because it's tiring for me as well. So I try to get those messages out. So sorry if it was a little bit like, energetic, but yeah, it's really powerful energy. So definitely use it to your advantage. It's really going to be beneficial. I'm sending you guys so much love. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Honestly, it really does help me as a small YouTube channel to grow, especially because it's not easy at the moment. There's a lot of reasons why it's very difficult right now to grow as a creator. So if you do appreciate the messages, if you enjoy it, by engaging with my videos, whether it's commenting, liking, sharing the video, subscribing, all of that is really going to help me to bring those messages to a wider audience, which means that I can actually keep the channel going. So I really do appreciate your support. And for everyone who's been following me for some time as well, I just want to say thank you so much. Like, you guys, you have no idea how much I love you. Like, you mean so much to me. And even at times where I felt like it was really difficult to keep going with the channel, like, you guys always give me that inspiration to keep going. So I love you. Thank you so much. And yeah, just have a good transit. Use it to your best, highest good. and just ride the waves. You know, if you feel emotional at times, it's okay. Just let it out of your system, you know. And if you need someone to just kind of vent to, you know, you want to share your experience with, you can easily reach me, you know. Or if you need a personal reading even, or a spiritual coaching session, you can find it all on my website. The link is in the channel banner as well as the description. So have an awesome one. Send you guys so much love, big hugs, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.